everybody! Happy Sunday! Welcome once again to War of the Realms D&D. Hope you're all having a good day. We are some amount of weeks and some amount of days until Emerald City Comic Con, everybody! Until we're there live in the flesh to see all of you and do an awesome one-shot with our War of the Realms cast and friends. So excited. If you haven't got your tickets to Emerald City, do it for at least the day that we're there so we can see you and hang out with you. On other days, screw them. Just come for our show. Who cares? But go for all of it. It's going to be really, really fun. Also, if you weren't here last week, we got a podcast, y'all. We got a podcast now. It's out there in the internets, on the Spotify's. So go find it. Anastasia produced it and edited it all by themselves. And it's really fucking good. So show them some love. Show us some love. If you hate seeing real faces, just listen to us instead. I think by this point, we're at what? We'll have released like the first 3 or first 2?
12.
12! Jesus! Way more value than what I was giving. 12 more episodes are out there for you to hang out and check out the story. So please go do that ASAP and do the ratings and the shares. I don't know how podcasts work, but make it good. However that works, do it. You also notice that the lovely Chelsea Bites is not here for this session. Unfortunately, they had something they had to attend to. We hope they're doing great and everything is tip-top shape. But yes, Chelsea, we will see you hopefully next week. But yeah, that's all I got right now, everyone. So let's continue to watch this shit hit the fan, everyone. So grab your favorite drinks, grab your favorite sits and dice, and let's dive into part 2 of this epic battle in today's session of War of the Realms. Okay. Last we left off, Crystal Vanguard finally attending their long-awaited meeting. The Yellow King of the Arcane Dominion, King Varian. There, you were going to pitch to the Arcane Dominion to kind of become allies, become partners with you as you try to bring to light everything that you had been through here down in Valsteeble, all the Far Realm influences, all of the corrupted goblins, all of the crazy mimic infiltrators that are seemingly popping up all over the land. You came to King Varian on behest of Mayor Safra, long-awaited friend of Hermetha, to see if you could gain an ally in this fight and make them aware of everything that's gone down. As you entered through the doorways, and a very intimidating council was laid out in front of you, the ruling council of the Arcane Dominion. And choice words were sent back and forth. Hermetha kind of leading a lot of the charge, with them having a background in nobility, kind of taking the reins in directing the conversations, trying to be as respectful as possible to King Varian and the elites within this throne room walls. And it got a little spicy at times. King Varian having a long-standing king of these regions, definitely heard you out, and some things you shared was some information that they were not themselves made aware about. Some information you shared was backed up by some members of the council. And in this supposed alliance, it seemed like King Varian was trying to come out on top, essentially, trying to get the better part of this deal by either imposing a bit of fealty towards them, a bit more of a alignment with the sovereignty and its will rather than an equal partnership, to which Torben Wolfgard especially was like, that don't fly with me. I'm nobody's bitch. So there was a bit of resistance on that part. But near the end of the conversation, as King Varian's defenses kind of lowered a little bit, kind of after done reading you and your allies, Mayor Safra themselves came to their side to help verify and basically speak on your character's behalf. And eventually there was some trust made. King Varian dismissed the council to leave. While I should mention, very important information, when Torben entered into the throne room, Stone of Seeming, Gem of Seeing, was clicked that allowed you to see that some of the armor and weapons and helmets that the guards were wearing, the royal guards in this room, were glowing a bit. They were blurred. They had this weird visage about them. It was kind of hard to determine what that was in the moment. And maybe as talks had gone through, it might have gone past your minds a little bit. But as the council left and it looked like an alliance was struck, King Varian telling the Crystal Vanguard that weapons and armor would be bestowed to you. They have many different ways of traveling around the land, and that many parts of this land could be in danger already, that he does not know how vast this threat could have taken hold, and offered that the next course of action would be to gain more allies, figure out who maybe whose corruption has gone more deeper than their own, what allies could be accrued for yourselves. And I think the Moss Cathedral was definitely a strong choice as the next location to try to put into that fold, as they have never really been beyond the Moss Cathedral walls or sent spies and they've never come back. So relationships between those two kingdoms are a little bit tenuous, and someone being able to sow those oats would be good for everybody. But as time went on, wrapping up your conversations, it looked like all was clear. Except Mayor Safra, standing beside King Varian, let out a cry for the returner. Took something out of their jacket pocket, slammed it into the mouth of King Varian, and King Varian went limp on the throne, these darkened veins spreading wildly at the corners of their mouth. Safra's form changed to this slender, alabaster-skinned humanoid with fair white hair and a black outfit with these familiar black leather boots with metal wing-tipped toes that you had seen previously in the Dragon Caves in a vision through a portal. With that, all hell broke loose. A portal of far realm energy emerged in the middle of the throne room. Insane, horrific, monstrositous creatures bellowed out, and the fight was on. You guys did fairly well up until this point. You were through sheer flash-like speed, the speedster known as Rala, rocketing straight up towards the throne room with a double dash and full force as your allies kind of took control of the room. You were able to get up to King Varian before this worm-like parasite with many thin little tendrils was about to merge inside his esophagus. And Rala just full force, fist in that mouth, right up to the elbow. Deep in there. Ripping out the parasite before the transformation could take hold, or whatever was trying to happen could take hold. All this while Safra was shooting these massive arcane bolts at the party with this staff that was out of gnarled bark and crystals seemingly growing out of it with this crackled chaotic energy protruding all over the throne room. And when we last left off, one crucial move was just about to take hold. And that is where we pick up our session today. Rala, you were taken out, I believe. You were down, knocked out. Then Clara, able to get close enough, sent their trusty little sidekick familiar fungal mushroom Truffy over to you. casting a healing word through it, I believe, that got you up. Able to get that parasite off of King Varian. And Truffy also has an ability that they gained not too long ago. And that's the ability to teleport. With 2 people max, I believe.
Whatever you say, it's your class.
Well, I believe we said you could teleport Rala and another person, or was it just the king?
Well, the way that it's written in the original class is any willing creature within 5 feet, but given that this is a homebrew, we never talked about that wording specifically.
Roll me a d20. Beat a 15, it's 2.
Mushroom dice do me well today. 18.
Hey! There you go. And we will make that solidified in the homebrew. So 2 willing creatures, but at the time, King Varian was knocked out. And to wake up King Varian, Rala took out their dagger, stabbed the king in the boot. Spear, my bad. Speared them in the boot, which woke them up immediately, and they just said with a fractured jaw, "Get me out of here!" So to complete that move, Clara, with Truffy, I believe, was here. Finish the rest of your movement.
You just see Truffy, the king, and Rala blink out of existence and reappear 5, 10, right basically where you had him. I think 5, 10, 15 is right there, so we just have to move Rala and the king. And Clara's just gonna help. Run! And that's my turn.
Okay. Now Rala's just a little bit hidden from this guy, so I'm just move them over here. So, with just a flash of mushroom druidic spores, suddenly you, Rala, and King Varian are rocketed 15 feet away from the throne room. The spores kind of emitting a bit of a flash bomb as all of these mimicked armor and helmets and cloaks that the guards were wearing are just blinded for just an instant as they all start to cough and the spores kind of fall out, and all of a sudden you're behind them as yourself barely standing for all the damage that you've just taken from trying to fight off Saphra and keep the king alive. The parasite also transported with them. It was on their face.
Interesting. I like how we didn't have to roll for that, Kevin.
It was to get them in there.
Attached, I guess.
Yeah, because the king went over and put it on them, and it was attached to their face, and they woke up. Nobody took it off. So it is still on there.
Slash this thing.
But is the parasite a willing creature with Truffy? Because it can take how many willing creatures?
I think we should clarify that it wasn't willing. It was not a part of this Truffy's skill set, right? Like that's completely out of the...
Rala wasn't willing to take it.
So the way that the ability is written is that originally it's up to any willing creatures within 5 feet of the mushroom, but then given that this is a homebrew and we're still filling out the details, I'm letting Kevin... What we were deciding was whether the king was willing as he was unconscious, and typically you have to be conscious to be willing.
So it's any and all creatures within a certain radius?
Correct.
Okay. I thought it was like 1 or 2. All right. Proceed.
But I will say this, for it to be willing, it's got a low... It's a parasite. It's got low intelligence. So for it to kind of know what's going on in that split of a second,
It's supposed to be of your choice. I read it now. It's willing creatures of your choice. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Of your choice.
Hey.
Very distinct wording.
Well, we didn't
Okay.
choose that, man.
No.
Get that wormy bitch out of there.
Don't worry, man.
Okay. So as the king and Rala are teleported 15 feet, the parasite that was crawling on the face suddenly falls on the floor, and you are, in fact, 15 feet away. So, parasite off, but I believe that was everybody on the player side.
No. Luane, did you go in round 3?
Believe Lewin, I think Lewin was the one who beat the crap out of the flying bug
That's what I
and
did my last
choked it
turn.
down and
So, yep. And it's
Did-
almost dead.
Hermitha go?
Hermitha moved up with Spirit Guardians. That's how this guy got hit, and then you hit them.
Okay. I think so.
Yeah, I think we left Rala on like the last, and
Yeah.
then that
Alright.
happened, and then yeah.
Here we go.
Let's do it.
So. All right. As this happens, this is now the start of round 4. The portal starts to grow in size. Safra walks over, grabs the parasite, and is going to have 2 bolts rocket from the staff once again. One going to Rala, and the other one going to Clara.
But I'm just a widow guy.
So,
Your Honor.
Rala and Clara need you to make me wisdom saving throws.
Oh, I'm so good at those.
You're so wise.
Smart. I got a lot of brawl, no brains. That's a 16.
How does it fail?
Fuck. Man! This is how I die. This is how I go.
I'm trying to find my save. 22.
22.
Nice.
You succeed. Rala takes 34 points of psychic damage,
Christ.
halved
Is that okay? Is the
because of the Githyanki training.
so I cut that in half, right? That's not
Yep.
okay.
So that's
I'm still
17 points of damage.
Okay. Well, I'm on a foot.
Okay.
Breathe, breathe, breathe.
So
I'll get you. I'll get you.
as these bolts rocket from the crooked, cracked wooden staff, the crystals protruding out of it all over. One goes, you realize you teleport out. Just look behind you. Just get blindsided by this forceful psychic energy. The other one whizzing past you all the way over to you, Clara. You're able to just barely get out of the way as you just see it rocketing towards you, and your wings just pick you up as you dodge out to the side, and a massive chunk of tile and stone just explode from the ground, careening into the wall, just barely missing you. You take no damage, no nothing. Okay. Up next is this big guy, as it's got tank in front of them. It's gonna make 2 claw attacks. Or does it want to do something else? No, it's gonna make 2 claw attacks. All right. 19.
Hits.
Misses. Okay. Oof. 12 points of slashing damage, reduced to 6. And then we've got Bug Boy here, who is prone, that Lewin currently has down on the ground.
Can I riposte that missing strike?
Yes, you can.
All right. That is 14 plus 8, 22 to hit.
22 definitely hits.
All right, where are my dicey dice? That is 26 damage.
26 damage. Oof. So once again, as this, like we said, was like kind of a Starship Troopers kind of like insectoid bug parasite creature that roams out with this massive carapace that kind of goes along its elongated body with these razor sharp dagger-like teeth and these scythe-like arms and massive tail coming out, these bright purple tendrils of crystal and weird, almost like deep sea underwater amphibian like texture, just glowing out at you. It goes for its scythe, tries to go in for a kill to the pectorals, and you grab it with both your hands as you kind of scratch against the ground. It starts to pincer into your armor, starts to scrape down, but you just take it and wrap it around the sides of its wrist and just knee it into the chin as chittering teeth just clatter over the floor as it kind of half its body moves back into the portal, but still standing there. But now just blood is protruding from the mouth and just dripping all over the ground. Yes, Clara.
As the proxy Hermitha, that creature should have made a saving throw for Spirit Guardians at the start of its turn.
That is correct. Con?
Wisdom.
12.
So it fails. And I
She
think she
upcasted
casts
it.
this at
Yeah.
4th level.
Yeah.
So that'll be 4d8. $22 points of radiant damage.
Spectral Archer, let's go.
Jesus. Okay, so we'll say after that happens with Tank, after the scythe arm try to get you, you knee it in the chin, teeth chitter everywhere. That spectral radiant form that Hermitha had up of the golden archer just taking pot shots at everyone like the annoying fucking Hawkeye in Marvel Rivals goes up to this tank-like bug creature, and as it's sort of got that chin knocked out of it, this one radiant arrow just gets tossed into it, and as its mouth up in the air just goes right through it, almost piercing one side of the cheekbone as bits of flesh just explode out the side, and it just rears up in a massive roar, makes the walls shake inside of the throne room. It's had this massive radiant gash on the side of its face and down its elongated neck. It's just burning with cinders of radiant energy. It looks really fucked up. It's crawling on its back legs, just trying to stand. Okay. Cool. And that was its turn. And this bug creature that Lewin has down on the ground, it's gonna
wing in Spirit Guardians.
It's wing technically, but that's the mini. That's the main form that's there. Okay, so let's see here. Where is it? There you are. Lewin, as you have this thing wrestled on the ground, holding it down at this praying mantis-like creature with these insectoid wings buzzing all about, this bulbous elongated tail, these rivets in it. It's got like 2 long arms, a scythe on it, 3 little ones pinching up, but you've got on the ground, boot to its neck, pounding and grounding just until it's just no more. Its carapace is cracking in all directions as you've just been hammering away all this time. God damn it! Looking in the chat, yeah, I said bulbous. I like that word. Bulbous is a good word, all right? As you have it on the ground, it has these like 9 sets of holes in this top half of its head where eyes might be, but they're hollow. And this weird little, like when bees go in to drink nectar, this sort of strand coming out of its face hole, and it's like whipping it all about. And as you get kind of closer to it, you strike it, this little tendril goes and attaches itself to your cheek. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's nasty. All right. 21.
Ooh.
And I'm excited about that.
As soon as that tendril connects to your cheek, you hear this vibration and this song start to spread up into your ears, this calming music. And it kind of takes you out of the fight for a minute. You just shake it off and rip it off and throw it back down. Okay. That is going to be its turn.
Nasty.
I believe... oh, sorry, Rala. Roll me a d6, please.
Oh, out of the blue.
This is a part of the orb that hit you.
Great. That's a 4.
It's a 4. As soon as that orb hits you in the back of the head, fall forward a little bit, catching yourself, and you're seeing black for a minute. And you look up, and you are seeing the visage of the horrors of war from your Githyanki days. You're seeing all of your Githyanki and Githzerai brothers and sisters just starting to get mauled in battle, and you're suddenly taken back to that place. You're frightened.
Great. Great. PTSD.
Mechanically frightened's not the worst. It's better than stunned.
True. You're just
mad,
kind of
get
running
mad.
away.
You're just trauma. You're just getting extra trauma.
I got 2 HP. I'm gonna just do it myself, maybe.
Oh, just...
That's dark.
Roll another character.
Someone walks through the doors.
Okay. So, with frightened, I believe you have disadvantage on a few things.
Ability checks and attack rolls while the source of fear is in your sight, and you cannot move willingly closer to the source of fear.
There you go.
Flee. Flee.
And now, the mimics.
Oh, yes. Oh,
So
no.
everybody except for that pink one has disadvantage on their attacks because of the trophy
yeah.
radius.
But now they have advantage because they're frightened. So it's straight rolls.
On Rala.
Yeah, on Raw.
Yeah. Not on the king. Don't hit
No.
the king.
No, they want the king alive for their own reasons.
They're trying to mutate that fricker.
All right. So it's hard because the king is blocking you currently on the ground. But I'll say that he's prone. They can go above him floating. And I'll get there. So that's 1, 2, 3,
Rala.
4, 5.
You can use deflect attacks. It's a new monk thing, so you can spend key points to deflect these attacks if you like.
Can I?
It's a new 2024 thing. So it's
Interesting.
melee and ranged attacks now.
Okay, because the one I have is only like weapons, like the deflect missiles, is all I have on my page.
Yeah, 2024 is awesome.
Interesting. So how do I? Well, I would like to do that.
Yeah, if they hit
I
you.
would like
If they
to
hit
do
you.
that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that in mind, and I'm gonna need help.
Okay. All right, here we go. So with 5 attacks. Miss. Cocked. Hit. Hit. Miss. So 2 hits, 3 misses. 4 points of slashing. 8 points of slashing. Those 2 hit, 3 miss. 8. 9, 10, 11. That's 12 slashing altogether.
Just deflect one of them.
If I can deflect one.
And maybe can you redirect them still against someone? I don't know.
You're just saying things now.
No, you can. You can redirect a melee attack to a creature within 5 feet.
Okay.
So knock one out while you're swinging.
How the fuck do I do
Kikisha!
I'm cooked. Yeah, I'm absolutely fuckered otherwise. So I'll do if I can.
But you're not down yet, are you, Rala? You're still like.
No, she will be down after this.
After
but
these
she's
hits,
gonna
I
try and
will.
go out swinging.
For sure.
Oh gosh.
I had to.
Yeah, so you can use your reaction to reduce the attack, not just range stuff anymore.
Okay.
The reduction equals 1d10 plus your dexterity modifier and monk level.
Okay.
So whatever your deflect missiles is, I think that modifier is the same as what this is. If you reduce it to 0, you can expend a key point, focus point, to redirect some of the attack's force. If you do so, choose a creature you can see within 5 feet of yourself.
Roll 2 of your martial arts die, so 2d6.
Okay.
Sorry, 2d8. And then plus dexterity modifier is the damage you would do.
They have to make a dex save first.
Okay. So.
So 2 attacks hit you, so you can use your reaction for deflect attacks.
Okay.
So roll whatever the deflect missiles thing is. So it's a d10 plus whatever it says on your sheet.
Okay, I'm gonna use the. It's never nice to me, but I'll try. Deflect missiles here.
It should be on your reaction on your sheet.
22.
22.
Yeah, so that would block any one of them. So you could block the one that did 4 damage, and then redirect that to somebody else, or you could block the one that was 9, and direct that to.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll redirect the one that did 9 damage. So I roll 2d8.
So I got to make a dexterity saving throw first,
Oh, good shit.
and see if that will happen. Oh shit! 16.
What is that against?
Key
So
save, probably.
Yeah, on your deflect missiles, it might have a DC save.
It doesn't actually.
It's probably 8 plus your dexterity modifier plus your proficiency bonus, which is probably total of 16.
Okay, yeah, fair, yeah.
Okay, so meets it, beats it.
So I have a
So
+7 for bonus for dexterity.
Okay, so then it would be
15.
15.
Yeah, so it would have beat it by 1.
Okay. Christ.
So it doesn't happen.
Yeah, so you still blocked one of the attacks, so you took 4 points of slashing, but then you try to redirect it and just shot wild.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm on my ass anyway.
Fucking monks are fucking crazy now. Okay, so that was all of their attacks. This guy is going to hold an action. Actually, you know what? He's going to take a swipe at Treffy.
Bring it.
Unnatural 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
7 points of slashing damage.
He's fine.
Okay. And that will be all of my guys. So, start of round 4.
That was a stout around 4. Was their turn.
That was right. So it's the start of round 4 on your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you guys are thinking, I'll just smash away on this bug boy.
You go away. I'm gonna do the same thing after.
All right, we'll attack this guy recklessly. That is a natural 20.
Let's go!
Show 'em what's
So,
up.
what's our critical thing? Double dice damage plus damage modifier?
No, it's just double the dice.
Double the dice.
And if the dice gets too insane, it's just double damage.
7, 6. Plus 31. That is 37 points of damage on that first hit.
Yeah. You totally just crush the hell out of that large insectoid monstrosity as it's reeling behind that radiant light beside its head. How do you effectively just end this thing's life?
After giving it a knee to the face, he's just gonna turn the side of the maul and just like pierce it into its mouth and just like slowly grind the tooth in as the thunderous electric energy kind of ripples throughout its body and drives it through. And how close can I get to other guys? 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40. So I will move up here, running forward as he unsheaths a javelin, and will throw. Ooh, this could be fun. Throws his javelin at Evil Saphra,
Okay.
and I'll expend my last superiority die to do a pushing attack. Cool. What is behind her?
Glass.
Okay. In 2024, you can reckless attack with any weapon, not just strength-based weapon.
Hold up.
All right. Okay. 9 plus. Where's my javelin? Does 17 hit? No, wait. Yep.
17 just hits.
Oh, wait.
I rolled really low. It was a 3 and a 6, and then I got a little attack bonus. So this is a D6. So that's 6 plus 5, 11.
Oh my gosh.
Plus rage, 13. Plus 14 damage, and she is pushed 15 feet back.
Okay. How much damage?
14.
14. This with the javelin, is it's charged up with energy or anything like that, or just a straight javelin shot?
It's a straight javelin
All right.
with rage bonus.
So after you get that massive dragon tooth into the carapace of this far realm creature and just crumple it down on the ground, that sort of waving of red and yellow energy kind of surging off of your Asgardian body as you look up. Rala's just blood down the corner of their mouth, just trying to keep up for the team, been playing quarterback this whole time. Take out the ear from your back, just like Zeus's lightning bolt. As Saphra has their crooked staff in their hand, looking beyond, it's just too fast for words. You see them kind of just eyes just light up for a second as it takes them back as the glass, that whole rainbow effective glass, just Watchmen out the window as they both careen down to the bottom. You, where you are, can't really see how far they fell or where they fell. All you just see is that all that stained glass window pane that depicts visages of past kings from the Arcanum days just is shattered into a million pieces. You see the outer viewpoint of the castle, and what you hear now that sound is being let into the tower is utter chaos. As soon as the window breaks, Saphra's form, who had the parasite in their arm, I might add, they both just fall backwards. And Torben, as you're looking outside of this broken glass, you see a siege being laid laced to the outer walls into the city. You can't see much details, but you're seeing plumes of smoke falling up into the air. You're seeing what seemingly looks like villagers and city members of this majestic city fighting with each other and beating each other and stabbing each other with implements. You're seeing the floating islands from above, some of them going
What?
falling down to the ground.
What?
Cool,
the
that's
hell?
my turn.
What the hell? What?
Whoa.
Wait.
Wait.
Kevin, I have a question.
I'm sure you have many.
Oh my gosh.
The staff that I have that allows Misty Step. The wording on it, is it lets me cast Misty Step, or does it just let me teleport 30 feet? So I'm just wondering if I can do that and another spell.
Let me see the wording on it.
Whoa. Okay.
This is crazy.
It has 3 charges and allows you to cast the Misty Step spell.
Cast.
Okay, so I won't be doing that. I think that I would order Truffy to teleport again, because I can just do that as a bonus action. And then Clara will run forward 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right next to the portal. Truffy will teleport 5, 10, 15. So Rala and the king, if they're still willing, would go with Truffy. Just
Rala's
stay with him!
unconscious.
Oh, yeah. That's okay. It might be okay for Rala. This might still be okay. And I want to cast Aura of Life, which is a 30-foot radius around myself. I lied. I'm going to do it around Truffy.
Oh.
So I'm not going to have moved up. I'm going to stay back. Because I can do that. I can cast spells with Truffy. So it is a 30-foot radius. Anytime a creature starts their turn, they are up with 1 hit point, basically, and they're resistant to necrotic damage.
Okay. So Rala's unconscious or Rala's still up?
Unconscious.
Oh.
I'm
But-
dead. I'm on the ground, yeah.
If they're reduced to 1 hit point, or they're at 0 and start their turn.
It just says in addition, a non-hostile living creature regains 1 hit point when it starts its turn in the aura. So when Truffy, when it casts, she'd be up.
Okay. So she's up at 1 hit
Still
point.
technically like alive. So
Yeah.
Okay, so you cast Aura of Life through Truffy. Okay. So once again, Rala, as you black out, get broken back up again, you wake up to the cacophony of war, a sound you are very familiar with, billowing into the throne room chamber. As you kind of just look past the stairs and you see plumes of smoke and just muffled voices of crowds.
played these games before.
No.
That's my turn.
Okay.
And then I think Hermitha. Ugh. 5, 10, 15.
Make Chelsea proud, man.
Cav, can you move Hermitha up 30 feet, her full speed, please? So to see if it'll catch those mimics in it.
Here, I'll give you control of
Thank you.
Hermitha.
I think you just gave me control of the portal.
What? No.
I'm moving
Oh, Torbin.
I definitely gave you control
Why did you send that?
Hermes.
I don't know, man.
Saffra out the window. Torbin.
Tolbin, my best friend is gone.
All right, God damn it. All right.
My bestie.
Not anymore.
I think it gave me control of both is what
10,
ended up happening.
15, 20, 25, 30.
There we go. So she'll move up there, and then, ooh, okay. She will use her action. Chelsea, I hope you don't hate me for this. To burn one of her channel divinities to preserve life. So I can restore 40 hit points, choose any creatures within 30 feet of you, and divide those hit points among them. This feature cannot restore a creature to no more than half its hit points. So I'm gonna do, if it is doable, it would be like 20 to Rala and 20 to Torbin, because the king is just outside the 30 feet, I think.
Yeah.
Give as much as you can to Rolla.
Rala, what's your total HP?
75.
Okay, so I will give you 37.
Yep.
And then Torbin will take 3.
Perfect.
I appreciate that.
All right.
Bonus action, healing word the king.
She doesn't have healing word prepared, and I can't do it because I cast Aura of Life, unfortunately. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's as good as we get.
Oh, that was great. No, that's fantastic.
That's something, man. That's awesome.
That's like me.
Was that Torbin and
Hermetha's
Clara
go.
done? And Hermetha? Hermetha's going.
She's done. So
Okay.
you and Rolla.
All right. Kevin, so I want to look at the portal real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And so on the roll 20, just for, I think, flavor, it has eyes, but does this classify as straight up portal? Does it look like a portal, or does it look like a living entity? It's a portal.
It's a portal, and there are things like in the
Things.
void that it's coming from that you just
Crossing.
make out eyes of things in the background, like getting closer.
All right. And how's my bug looking right now?
Looking real fucked up.
Hell yeah. Okay. I'm going to continue what I've been doing for the whole meeting. I'm just going to smash it.
Okay.
I'm going to reel back my Morning Star and go for him. My mace. Well, that wasn't great. Okay.
You have advantage on it.
I do. Well, that was 11 on that first roll. I'm sure that one's not. That one's a 19. I'll take that.
Nat 19 will hit.
Okay. Let's get this guy. Okay, that's 9 damage with my Morning Star.
9 damage. Okay.
Yep. And then I'm going to attack again. Unarmed with my hand that has my bracer shield on it. I'm just gonna go with an unarmed strike, and I'm gonna, well, let me just get that hit in first. And my intention though is to hit it and then grapple it
Okay.
after the
I believe you already have it grappled.
It's already grappled? Okay.
Yeah.
So if I don't have to do that, I can move with this guy?
Yep.
Technically, yeah.
And-
You have it down the ground. You've got it grappled, so you could move with it if you choose.
And can Lumen determine its size type as well?
Yeah, it's medium. It's about as big as you,
Great.
like
Okay.
a human-sized bug.
Beautiful. So I'm just going to smash down, and I'm going to grab it by whatever part of it looks most like a neck, and I'm just going to walk my walk speed as close to the portal as I can, which is 30 feet, and I think I can fast
Yeah, you got-
wrestler, but the grappler feat says I don't have to spend extra movement to move a creature grappled by you if the creature's your size or smaller. So I'm going to drag that thing 30 feet right now.
Yeah, so that's about 30 feet as you can go. Normally, if you
Okay.
didn't have that feet, it'd be half speed. But yeah, with your experience in grappling, and combat expertise. You just kind of have it in a certain lock where this thing doesn't really have a neck. Like it's kind of fused body. Like its neck is kind of inside of its main form. But you just kind of knocking it out senseless. Just kind of dragging it by one of its tendrils and just dragging it across the floor.
Cool. All right, and then I'm going to assume that throwing this thing also uses an action.
Yep. So that would be a strength check.
I think I can only attack it twice, but I don't have 2 actions, so I'm going to use Action Surge to do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead, boom, pop Action Surge. I'm just going to Adrenaline Rush, grab this thing, and just, I'm going to try to chuck this thing back into the portal with the intention of knocking as many things trying to come out of it back in.
Sounds good. Make me an athletics check.
All right. That's pretty good. Plus athletics. Oh. 22. Hell yeah.
You take that thing and kind of drag it on the ground as you kind of like burying its head into the tile as this streak of insectoid far realm blood is just streaking through the golden tiles.
Let's go.
And with that, as the last tether of the far realm has been discarded,
Let's go.
portals closes in on itself as the silhouette of two creatures were coming towards the light, each with 6 arms, just about to come to the edge.
Holy, okay.
Yo, let's go.
Let's go. I think I still have a bonus action.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check. Okay. I would like to.
Rage.
The next multi-class.
Actually, I was gonna use Know Thy Enemy on the worm for its vulnerabilities, but that thing's gone. It's like out the window in the sky.
You don't know. No one's gone outside. All there is just a big broken hole where the stained glass windows were, and just the plumes of smoke outside and the sound of chaos.
Okay.
Rala, what
yeah.
do your Githyanki eyes see?
Yeah. At this point,
Sprint to the window.
I think
I
that's
hope
my
they
turn.
don't see trauma anymore.
Yeah.
Am I okay?
frightening.
Am I still having a trauma attack?
Hey, they're not near eyesight line. You can.
Real shit. Okay. Which one of these mimics looks the most fucked up?
Hell yeah.
They're all relatively looking the same. They haven't taken a ton of damage. They've been hurt, but none of them look a bit more hurt than the other.
I think I'm just gonna swing on a random one. I'm gonna swing
Yeah.
on whichever one's
Why not?
closer.
Go for it.
I'm just gonna do a. I'm gonna do a Draconic Strike actually.
Okay.
Try and apply it. That is a 18.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Good shit. I'm gonna do lightning damage
Okay.
on that one. 1d8. That's 8 points of damage.
8. Lightning hits it. The Draconic Strike as you're just barely keeping yourself up. Like one of your arms is kind of limp and hasn't like clocked back in as dislocated. You just have one to just backhand it. Lightning singes off its form, but kind of backs away and starts to float back towards you.
Okay. Can I use my blood spear for my second hit?
Yeah.
See if that does anything. See if I can get anything from that, because I'm looking like shit. Ooh, that's an 18 plus 9, and I'm not good at math, but I think that
Yeah, that'll hit.
okay. 1d8 plus 6, that is 12 points of damage with the blood
Okay.
spear.
12 points. That same one?
Yeah.
Goes down.
Good shit. Did I get anything back from that?
Let's see. So you get how much HP do you get back to you?
Yeah. I'm not sure. Oh, 2d6? Yeah. Yes, 2d6.
Yeah, so roll 2d6.
That's 5 points. I will take that.
There you go. So as that dislocated arm is kind of by your side, your spear kind of hanging into it, you kind of backhand one of the mimics and just get some space from you. Put it back into place. Stab it. And as you stab it, the blood and the life essence from the mimic kind of surges into the blade as it travels down the handle and goes into your hand and just like taking just a shotgun of Red Bull. This sudden vitality is enveloped into you and your eyes go a little bit bloodshot red as it goes back to normal.
Red Bull gives you rage.
Holy.
Merch.
I do have to make one retcon in the spirit of honesty. I could not have cast Aura of Life from Truffy because it's a self, not a touch spell. So I still will be doing it. I will just be moving up to here and then casting at 30 feet away from me. So 10.
Okay, so things still happen just out of order.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Sorry.
good.
Come closer. It's going to make you alive. Just.
I was rolling down the stairs.
Oh gosh.
You still have your bonus action, I think.
I just might. Yeah, I guess I do. I only did 2 attacks. I'll do Flurry of Blows on the other nearest one.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I think there's 2. Did I hit the helmet?
Yeah, you get the helmet.
Okay,
so you got
so
a
I'll get-
helmet, a cloak, and a sword, and there's a cloak by Truffy.
Try and fuck up the cloak. I'll try and get him. That's a 17 for Flurry of Blows.
That'll hit.
Good shit. Do I have to roll that twice? That's been a minute since I did that. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can roll the first one. Let's see if it hits.
That's also a 17.
So that'll hit. They're all at the same AC. So you could hit one with it, see if it kills it, and then hit a different one if you want to.
Okay. Well, both of those were 17s.
Yeah.
8 plus 4. Ooh, that's an 8 plus 4. And
8. Okay, still standing. Oh, 8 plus 4. So that's
yeah, for damage, that's their yeah.
yeah. So still standing.
12.
12.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing. I'll attack the same guy. That is a 13.
Which one you hitting? The helmet, the cloak, sword up here.
I'll hit the same one. I'll hit the cloak again.
Cloak, okay. So yeah, just trying to eliminate all of these floating creatures that are around you. You are gone.
And then I didn't roll damage for the second hit. Was 11 points of damage.
Okay. Did you want to do that? So did you hit twice or 3 times?
Twice.
Twice. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just do it to the cloak. Take them out one by one.
Yeah, so you would have... sorry, I thought 13 was damage, but it was to hit. But
Yeah.
still would have hit. So still same thing happens. You took out one here, and then you took out one over here. So you got those 2 out of the way. So you're
Wonderful.
all good there. Okay.
After Rolla's hit, can Truffy then teleport? Because I didn't use my bonus action.
Yeah, if you can do that every turn. As long as you have wild shapes, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
The 2
he's
of them?
gonna shake a little bit and bring them into the aura.
Okay, just move Truffy and I'll move them over.
There.
So once again, Rala, after you've just ripped these 2 little mimic items apart, just shunt it again 15 feet over. It's just a bit disorienting all the time, like your elevator has suddenly gone down.
You get used to it, I promise.
I think I can fly, but I have no control over where I go.
Anxiety
That's
flying.
exactly what's happening. That's exactly it.
So I think it's the end of all of your turns.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah? Okay. So at the end of your turn, the walls around you start to vibrate. Bits of debris from the stained glass window start to fall as this bright shining light kind of starts to loom over the top of the tower. Sudden crash sunders down from the rooftop as all debris smashes in all directions, and the light from the sun that's kind of covered by heavy cloud fall shines elegantly through this massive crystallized form as the wings of the crystal dragon start to swoop in as debris gets delayed way side to side, lands down right over the throne. As the call has been answered that you brung in 4 rounds ago, with this seemingly happening, I'll let you guys have a choice. As you hear chaos and war raging on outside, do you want to leave on the dragon, or do you want to keep exploring and seeing what else is around here?
I feel like we should haul ass. I just died 3 times.
We can't abandon these people.
We're not abandoning them. We would be
We're surviving.
regrouping to come back and save them. What does the king seem to be making of that?
He's kind of out of it. Like, these tendrils are still on it, like these streaks
Can
are
I
still on the
pump
corner of his
cure
mouth.
wounds into him like a
Yeah.
recitation?
You want?
Yeah.
Make me a medicine or religion check.
Oh, sorry, I can only do healing word, but I'm still going to be doing that.
Mythic good.
Medicine or religion? Oh, Hermetha. Can I do it with Hermetha with her cure wounds?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like she'd be like, ew, ew. I've never done this before. I've only read it in texts.
23.
23. So there's definitely some kind of infection that's still lingering on from the parasite. And you see that even though they were stabbed in the foot and kind of brought them to life a little bit, their eyes are rolling the back of their head. They're like nodding off. They're fighting to stay conscious. But as you do that cure wounds into them, you've resuscitated them a bit more, and they're like they're not unconscious, but they're just barely awake. But their heart is beating, and they seem to be okay for the moment.
Your Highness? Excuse me? Hello? Your city is under attack. We have a way out. Should we go and save you? You guys, I think he wants to go. I think that's pretty affirmative.
I think that's half dead for get me out of here.
Ah, man, I wonder if a lot of what's going on in this room even is powered by something derived by the crystal dragon, right? I
I
wonder.
feel
if,
like we
yeah.
should go release the crystal dragons as a very powerful ally, because it seems like them being used for power right now. isn't doing the king any good.
Rala, can you ask the dragon if she knows where that was? Because I don't think we know.
We saw what it looked like.
Like the little creature?
No, the room where they were harvesting.
Oh, the rune. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'll turn.
I'll pick up the king, and just like firemen's carry him as we approach the dragon.
Yeah, so I'll go up to the dragon. I'll thank her for coming, and ask. That place that we saw through the portal, was that this palace? Was that here?
No.
Yeah, I'll turn. I'll just kind of go like,
Ask if it's nearby.
is it within this kingdom? Is it here somewhere?
It's on the grounds. I can take us there.
I'll reiterate that.
Maybe we at least go scope it out, and if there's not a million people there, we try to free them. But if we're like vastly outnumbered, like we should probably just.
We do have a dragon on our side as well.
I was gonna say.
They might too.
I'll ask her if you take us there, can we look to see if there's something we can do, and if not, find safety and regroup to come back another day.
You saved my life and the life of my offspring. I owe you a debt. Whatever you would have of me, I will oblige. And they just nail down their crystalline, like elongated neck and.
I'll just kind of reiterate the conversation back to everybody and scoot up.
Clara will follow.
Above table, Tank is wondering if there's anything nice in this room, but we should actually just leave.
Come on.
Loot.
Got a lot of stuff.
Oh my gosh.
So many gold and shiny things.
There will be more, I promise.
Yeah, he's going for sure. We need to flee.
Are all these mimics still jumping about and...
So for the sake of brevity,
Spirit Guardian took him out.
yeah, Spirit Guardians was definitely going to take them out next round.
Okay. We'll leave it to him then, and I guess we're hopping on this thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're bringing the king with us as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it.
Okay. So one by one, as you get on to this very large crystal dragon, each of you kind of take your place among its crystal hide. Some of you are on its wings, some of you are on its back, holding its neck, just wherever you can kind of find a good holding position. And just sort of in this euphoric slow motion as the seeds of chaos are witnessed all around you. Kind of take one look back at this throne room that this all took place, trying to piece together what all this can mean. Dragon just kind of takes one step, look over at Rala, who just kind of gives a nod, and the dragon just goes out from the window. And this is the first time you're seeing how high up you are. It's like a 200-foot drop.
Do we see a body?
Sapphire, yeah.
Do we see a splat on the ground?
You do not.
That little parasite, it wasn't gonna. It wasn't
As the dragon starts to go down, almost like this dead drop, as it slowly takes its steps, almost echoing amongst the chamber here. Just does a deep dive down, and you can see on the wall behind you there is a streak of blood, and then it just stops. The dragon does a deep dive bomb and then lift up. All around you, you're seeing this plan coming to fruition in the Arcane Citadel. As fires are erupting, smoke, plumage in the air, Spellblade guards are fighting creatures similar to the ones that you fought in this throne room. These insectoid, bug-like creatures, followed by those mimic humanoid, inside-out skinned creatures, fighting off Spellblade guards. There's certain points of the castle that are being attacked in hordes. Those portals that were open in the throne room are seemingly open in other spots, and creatures are just kind of pouring out. You're seeing villagers running out of shops and storefronts as these deranged, almost like warped mimic copies of them are chasing them outside of city streets, and some of them are just grabbing them like zombie hordes and pulling them into storefronts. As the crystal dragon kind of turns around, there's certain blockades that are being put to the test. The Spellblade Guard are a formidable force. You're seeing just legions of soldiers blocking the front gates of the Astral Citadel that you were just in, and many of them are being thwarted off, but it looks like at one point, because this is a large city, so where that's all happened is kind of behind the Astral Citadel where those Fall Realm creatures are coming through. And then in front of the Astral Citadel on the city front, it just looks like the people have just gone mental, like they've just turned, like a zombie plague has just taken front, like in 20 days of or 30 days of night. No, that's vampires.
20 days later.
28 days later, that's what I was trying to say. As hordes of them are just coming to the forefront, and they're just like not sure what to do, and some get overwhelmed. Those skiffs that were flying down are just trying to sow control and order, but it's just not happening. Crystal Dragon kind of banks away from the Citadel and kind of goes out from the central districts and then slowly starts to bank towards sort of the southwestern portion of the city. Not sort of near where the waterfall caves were, but a different part entirely. And kind of going further out into back into the forested area. It starts to bank down. Skids into the dirt, hitting a couple trees down on the way as they lock down. This rock face, sort of rockish terrain amongst all the trees and canopies are kind of open to you. It looks like some abandoned carts and leftover tools were laid bare behind. Another dark sort of crystal cave opening. And what looks like to be abandoned compartments and travel equipment to haul something away from here. Like abandoned carts to hold larger animals and things of that nature. As you all kind of get off one by one, your adult dragon friend just kind of lets you down. Came from in there.
I'm gonna thank her and look where she's pointing or gesturing.
Well, will she wait for us? Like, can we maybe leave the king with her and she'll protect him?
I don't think we should leave the king specifically. alone. I feel like maybe we shouldn't
true.
leave him totally by
So
himself.
just gonna like drag him into the cave. I mean, maybe we just like stuff him in the back somewhere we can like keep an eye on him.
I don't know. I think if we had to resort to the option of the dragon staying with the king, I think she would keep an eye on him as a favor to us for saving, you know? In addition to figuring out whatever we can do inside this cave, you know? I don't know.
I'll turn to her and ask. We're gonna go investigate. We want to see if we can find more of your people. Will you watch this man? Like, will you protect him while we do that?
Kind of looks down at you. Its very large crystalline reptilian head kind of lowers down to your eye level. Calithra will guard him with her life.
I'll just kind of give her a bow. Thank her. And then back away very slowly. We'll return.
Crystalline wings kind of covers over King Varian. Another crystallized wing kind of goes over the other side, and their massive tail kind of wraps around them, and their crystalline form almost becomes translucent as it starts to mirror into the foliage and the dirt and the rock, and it almost seems like they're not even there for a second. You'd have to look twice to see that there's this sort of fractured, mirrored image of the two.
Rala's just kind of like, dragons are so cool. And she's gonna make her way.
Kevin,
Mm-hmm.
can you remind me the badges that we got when we arrived in the city that sort of like tracked our location? Did they have any sort of communication tool in them? Or it was just
Oh,
I think it was a break signal, like we couldn't talk through it, but we could break it in
break it and
emergency.
they'd know where we are. Okay. Okay.
And we didn't pick up those sigils in the throne room before all hell broke loose. Could have we picked those up before we left if they were still there?
Well, I believe King Varian had them.
Ah.
And
Check
we
his
have-
pockets.
and
Check
you
his
have
pockets.
King Varian.
And those were communication devices to go, or it would take paper and send it to whoever would receive them.
Yeah, it was essentially a message spell that you could also send like physical paper through. So like if you were in a situation where you were being watched, you could essentially put like paper notes through it too.
Okay. All right. And did he say if it would go to King Varian or like the other,
Like Marcus.
yeah, the other leaders in the Astral Citadel?
Was not clear.
I do doubt that it would go straight to the king, right? I mean, he said himself he's a very
Me
busy
too.
man, you know? He doesn't know of any of the trifles going on in the kingdom without it coming from his, like, second hand, so... We could
So
make
we
the
could
assumption.
maybe send a message after we free the dragons.
I'm just worried that it would get to the wrong people. Right? Like if we tell
That's
them
true,
like, oh,
yeah. The king's alive. We
way-
have the king, yeah.
Right.
like, we could inform the wrong people, but
Keep it secret.
Do we have anything in connection to the druids, or was it just meet me at this place whenever? It was that, I think. I don't think we had
it was
any.
just like a meet me here.
I don't doubt that there, when we were flying overhead of the kingdom, we didn't catch any glimpse of any of the druids, did we? In the fight or aiding. Okay. I don't think I'd help out either if I was a druid, honestly. I would stay in my grove. I'd be like,
Yeah.
damn.
That's karma. No.
Yeah, I'd be like, nature's retribution, man. Like, it's over.
I mean, we might be able to find sanctuary there.
well,
Safe
How-
place.
Like if we can't make it to the Moss Cathedral right away.
right. Where we are, I know that we don't have know exactly where we are, but do we have any idea of how far we might be from the grove? Because That could be really helpful now if we run into like an army of freaking dragon tamers or something, man.
Is this the same grove that saw us participating in the fighting ring, though?
We made friends with them. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, the entire forest region that kind of surrounds the Astral Citadel and the famed Mage City, the entire forest around it is the Mystic Grove, not just one part. Like the whole thing is kind of enveloped in it.
Does that count where we are now?
Oh my gosh. Claire could. I
You
don't
speak
know.
with animals prepared. You
Or
do
just-
because it's automatically a druid thing in 2024.
Or
It is.
Yeah.
It is. You have it.
That's great. That's great.
Just like hug a
I
tree
need
and
to
be
learn
like,
my
hey,
new class rules.
speak through the roots or something. Low key, like it's worth a shot.
Well, he told us that if we came to the Mystic Grove at midnight on a full moon, we could get a hold of him. I mean, I could try to send a message through like a squirrel.
Yeah. I mean, if their dominion is the forests of like this area, I mean, we're still pretty close to. I feel like the region, you know. So like, even if it's just like trying to commune through almost nature itself, I feel like it might reach something that could reach them. Not that I'm a druid or anything, but.
We see any signs of recent activity in this dragon cave?
Make me an investigation check.
Yeah.
Can I do the same?
Mm-hmm.
That's an natural 20.
That's a 2.
So, you're looking around into the dirt. You see some of it is freshly upturned. Tracks kind of going in all directions. There's an arid smell of iron coming out of the dirt. You kind of look down, you kind of grab some of it, and kind of smells like blood. And you look down, you can see these massive prints amongst smaller prints and what seems to be something dragging behind them and trailing behind the two largest sets of prints.
Dragon prince?
More specifically, dragonborn prints.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
Holy.
And you said the dragons were wanting to get relics of their past or something like that?
Or just revenge against the, like, hunting of dragons. So they probably messed up whoever the hell was in there.
No, weren't they looking for artifacts of, like, sport hunting dragon? I can't remember what it was. What was it? Tell me!
Lord check.
So what it was there were reports that the Dragonborn up in the Embercrest Peaks, they were starting to rebel and revolt because adventurers and neighboring countries were hunting dragons for sport and trophies and seeking them out as ways to prove their worth and their mettle. And also this relationship with crystal dragons, you're not too sure what they know, how they know, but when you went through Crystal Brook Village not that long ago in our campaign, you heard rumors that they were coming through here, that they never leave Embercrest and that they don't normally come through here, and they were a little spooked by it.
We should
Maybe
just
they.
investigate and see what's in this cave at the very least, so we have
Maybe
any
they already
information.
they got here and already saved the other dragons. Hopefully.
Yeah, we should just make sure. And so we have something to tell our dragon friend.
Kev, how long is it to full moon? Do we know?
It's like 2 nights or so.
are there any squirrels around? Or small creatures before we go in?
Make me a perception check.
Oop.
10.
There's a couple of woodland creatures around. Sure, why not? There's a squirrel. Rocking about, skittering in the treetops.
Can I take a piece of parchment from my pack and write in Druidic on it? I want to try to make it as small as possible. I want to write. Clara would be like,
Hi, it's Clara. Wanted to let you know we have.
No. say say the crystal. What's the place we were just at? It's not
The Astro Citadel.
Astro Citadel. Say the Astro Citadel has fallen to otherworldly forces.
Far realm evil, yeah.
yeah, she would say something like,
Hi, it's Clara. We just escaped the Astro Citadel with our lives. Monsters attacking. Be prepared.
and then I want to hand it to the squirrel and ask him to take it. I'm gonna. All you guys hear is like. And all she's actually saying is,
Hey, buddy, please take this to Elder Thornshade of the Druid Grove. He's our friend. He's really nice. Please, thank you, dude. Yeah, here you go.
So you're telling the squirrel to deliver a message that's just telling them that Astro Citadel has fallen, taken over, and be on guard,
and that we survived.
and that you survive. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We may need safe haven.
Be prepared for us to visit.
Okay.
Does it seem to actually understand what I'm asking it to do?
You have no idea. I just took the note and just went into the brush.
With a 10 perception, you got something.
I know.
Okay, well, I think that Elder Thornshade will be ready to receive us anytime.
Perfect. Let's go investigate this cave. It's dark. I will pull up my hammer and say Leptir as 40 feet of blue light shines within this cave as we enter.
The faint electricity vibrates off the thrum of the hammer as it emits this light blue, dull glow around in here. And like that last crystal cave that you went into, where you first met this dragon, this one's a bit different. The cave itself has a more structured interior. You can see that the support beams are kind of lodged in the middle of this opening and looks like it's been excavated, like it's been expanded upon further and further down. As you enter, you can see that there are railroad tracks similar to the dwarven cave that you explored. That maybe this is once a mine of some sort long ago, and this track of these rails that kind of go down deeper, able to transport these carts to and fro a lot easier. You go inside, there seems to be tools laid down the ground, discarded pickaxes, various metallic boxes and things to kind of, with a couple of dark rocks in them, but whatever crystals they were have no power left in them. The route that just keeps descending down deeper has a few levels to it as it goes down and it goes down. Just walking forward.
Sneaking.
All right, make me stealth checks.
I will use a 3rd level spell slot to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
26 with pass without a trace.
Very nice.
Garbage.
17 plus 7. I gotta
Plus,
have a calculator.
plus 10.
Plus 10.
So just
Yeah.
stealth rolls plus 10.
Yeah. So I have total of 17, which is garbage.
I will
34.
also grip my gem of seeing and say, show me. So I have true sight of 120 feet
Awesome. So that's
got us,
Nice.
Yeah.
charge 2 out of 3.
for today.
And 27 for my sneak as well. That's with disadvantage wearing armor. It's pretty good.
So as you delve down deeper, the crunch of the rocks echoing through the tunnels here, Gemisine locked on. You're kind of looking around for anything that might bump in the night or come out of shadow, but it's eerily quiet. Not like your first foray into a crystal cave where little critters were jumping out and meeting you head first. This is just deadly silent. You kind of walk around, and all of the walls are fortified and, like we said, structured like a real mine shaft. And as you kind of explore down deeper, start to enter into the main sort of hall of this mine. And since, Torben, you can just see through everything, through darkness or everything, you see a few discarded bodies on the floor. And they're wearing the Spellblade Guard outfit. A couple of mining outfits beside them. What would you like to do?
I would like
They're
to
laid down on the floor, just so you're aware.
approach and kneel down and see if we can determine a cause of death.
Okay. You pull one over. One of their faces mangled and warped, like a painting. Eyes up above the eyebrow, an eye lower down past the nostril. Large gashes of weaponry across their chest and face and claw marks around the neck. Same with the miners. These were not regular people, as you know them. These were definitely some sort of mimic aberration. And as you kind of take in the space around you, there's a couple
Sorry,
that...
is it just the miners that were the aberration, or both?
Both.
Both.
And as you kind of go down deeper, you hear the cracking of rock nearby. That's not you. And as you look down further, there's a little bit of a faint glow at the end of a hallway. And the collection of whispers coming from there. What would you like to do?
Ooh. And it's farther than 120 feet?
It's around a bend.
Okay.
So kind of imagine like a massive opening with stalactites and stalagmites.
Yeah.
And then there's just a sharp right and a faint blue ghost coming out of that compartment.
I could turn into like a tiny bug and do some sneaking.
Your fungal telepathy thing that you do, does that have a range?
20 feet. Oh, sorry. We have to be within 20 feet when I cast it, and then we have to stay within, I think, 60 feet. Let me just check. Yes, we have to stay within 60 feet.
And are you able to do that now?
Yeah, of course. Boop.
And
So-
me, Torben, and Lewin will be bonded.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry. I can do 3 plus me, so all 4 of
Oh,
us in
great.
this. So just Hermitha. We'll leave out Hermitha.
Sorry.
Clara!
What?
So you'll be bug?
Do I see any evidence of life here? Like, are there worms that I see? Anything natural right now?
Spider might be a good choice for
Do I
this.
see any
maybe?
spiders?
Sure.
You can
Why
say no.
Well, it's just hard. It's like, yeah, it's a cave. There's probably going to be a little bit of insects around here.
Okay, yeah, I'll just turn into like a spider and it just flavor it to match whatever the natural insectoid creatures are here.
Sure. Yeah, there's not too many. You kind of get a vibe that the arcane energy that these crystals emanate kind of make it hard for insects and bugs kind of to thrive off the land necessarily. Not too far off, as I was about to explain, as you look around and you kind of look into the crevices of the walls, into the stone, and you don't see regular spiders, but you see tiny little crystal spiders that are kind of acclimatized to the environment.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn into one of those, and I'm gonna make sure that it has a little bit of rainbowness to it, so you guys know which one I am, so that you don't accidentally squish me. Okay?
Sounds good.
And that's what Clara's gonna do.
We'll stay within 60 feet behind. And I will shut off my hammer.
All right. So Rala, little crystalline rainbow spider, leading the way down the path. The rest of you staying 60 feet behind. Are you going on the ground, Rala, or on the wall and the ceiling?
You mean Clara?
There, yeah.
I think she would try to blend in as naturally as possible, so she would probably like half climb up on the wall and then like maybe, I don't know, after like 20 feet start going up and then back down, like make it look pretty erratic.
Okay. As you go down into this compartment of this underground subterranean cave system, the rest of you taking your steps very, very quietly, lightly. Little crystallized spider, Clara, on the wall comes around the corner. You see 5 individuals standing in front of what looks like a wall of prison cells, fortified and strong. A series of crystalline beasts behind these bars. Crystal dragons, all different sizes, all different shapes. Standing in sort of the central front-facing area of these prisons are 5 individuals. Heavily armored dragonborn. All sort of taking a V stance. One kind of dressed in more thin sorcerer-like robes that are like very light pinks and purples. That's kind of holding like an arcane sort of flamed light out of their reptilian hand. And there's sort of this very tall 8.5 foot burly dragonborn with 2 double-edged axes at their side with this crusty, sharp plate mail adorning them. You just hear this heavy breathing and these fumes of smoke coming out of the nostrils and the mouth of one of them. And as you kind of bank the corner and hold your position there,
Telepathically communicating what I see.
as they're all looking forward, looking amongst these caged reptilian gods, essentially. The one at the front just suddenly goes, and that's going to take our break.
Dude. I don't know what to say, dude.
All right. So, you got out of the fucking castle. Good job.
The Empire has fallen. The Republic.
The Republic has fallen.
The
You're
siege?
here.
Are you kidding me? What the hell is going
Fucked.
on?
What the fuck?
But we
Yeah.
will come right back in just a couple minutes, so go grab drinks, go grab snacks. We'll be right back in just a couple minutes. Don't go anywhere. And we are back. Thank you for letting us grab some drinks and some quick snacks while we continue the fallout from a meeting with King Varian. So, as you travel down into these abandoned crystal caves, trying to free what's left of these crystal dragons that have been used for nefarious purposes, possibly for the Arcane Dominion, possibly for this far realm influence that has been infesting the land for quite some time now, seemingly trying to disconnect a source of power to whoever is choosing to wield it. As you use the crystal dragon to travel down to where these are located, travel deeper and deeper into the rock and stone, a light was shone. As Clara transformed to a crystal spider, you banked on a corner, and 5 individuals appeared before you. A sort of semicircle of cages and prisons in front of them. 5 Dragonborn are in front of you. Sort of 4 of them lined up on either side in a V-like formation, and one particular that stands above the rest, 8 feet tall. Can you see colors in your spider form, or is it just black and white?
No idea.
I'm gonna say grayscale.
It's dark vision, so it's probably grayscale.
Yeah. So you're not sure what color of Dragonborn these are. But one of them has white hair that's matted and braided with various sort of little jeweled cufflinks, jeweled rings around their tufts of long beaded hair. Horns that kind of go out of their face alongside their hair that stick up, and a horned nose. This armor that's covered from shoulder all the way down to their ankle. This darkened leather metal amalgamation of some kind of plate armor that's hard to see what it's made of from your viewpoint, but it covers their shoulders, their entire midriff, their arms, all the way down to their wrists, everywhere. Very angular and pointed, and very well made and flush to their form. And this tattered red cloth that comes out from behind their neck and kind of billows down with sharp cornered parts taken out of it, like it's seen some battle. Very long axes at their side. Sharp. Expertly made. Long handles. As their slender hands hold both of them aloft, and their protruding, chiseled, elongated jaw starts to come out from the silhouette, and just as soon as you bank that corner, just smoke drifting from their nostrils, and their massive head goes looks back as you see their eye meeting yours.
And is this different than the one that looks like a magic user?
Yes.
Does it look like it's... Do they look like they're suspicious?
As this Dragonborn kind of twisted its head back, looking around, goes back to the business at hand.
Guys, we're okay. I thought it saw me, but we're fine. There's 5 people here, and they all look really scary, and they're dragonborn, but I can't tell what kind. I don't know if they're good or bad, but they look really powerful.
Do they look like they're trying to open the cages?
Right now, they're kind of just standing around, but I'll watch.
And
Do they look like they're trying, Kevin? Sorry,
yeah,
sorry,
are
go
they
ahead.
just conversing? I'm guessing I'm too far away with my magical sight, 120 feet to discern anything extra.
Yeah, you'd have to get closer to get around that bend.
I might be able to see them with my gem of seeing. Do you think I should approach Clara and peek my head around the corner?
Let's give it like just a minute. Let's see what they're doing and maybe discern intentions, and then I'll signal to you.
Okay. Because I only probably have this for like a few more minutes, probably.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. I definitely would have let it go longer than that.
So as they are kind of going about their business, Claire, as you're in the room looking at them, trying to discern what they're saying, they're speaking Draconic.
Maybe send Rala with it. I can't understand them.
You have to attune to it.
Yeah, okay. Maybe everybody should come. And Rala can listen, you can see. But
Alright. We will stealthily approach,
Sneak.
sneaking, and poke my head around the corner. Slightly.
We're just like all our little heads kind
As
of.
small as I can.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
Slowly.
The Scooby-Doo method of the one head
Yeah,
under that, and head under that, coming out from the side. So as you get closer, as they're kind of talking amongst themselves, Rala, start to hear in to what they're saying.
Do I have a mirror in my bag? I don't know. Maybe. Probably not. I have a
You
box.
have a metallic shard, I believe.
Hermitha would, or use a sword. Or Hermitha. I feel like she definitely has a mirror.
I mean,
She has
probably.
to, right? She has to.
Could you maybe use that to peek around the corner? I don't know if that's more or less conspicuous.
A flat
I
blade.
mean, it could reflect on them. That's the
All right, I'll just peek my head.
Let's see.
All right. So going around the corner. Again, speaking of Draconic, you're not sure what they're saying. Rala, you pick up as they are talking amongst themselves about how to break open these prisons.
I don't know, I've never seen this kind of magic before. This is a very tight lock. Have you tried your axe? I've tried several times. It doesn't seem to be working. Try it again. Whatever it takes, we have to free them. Bring them back to the Emperor Crest Peak to keep them safe. We have our own weapons to use in this war.
So from what we know from the Dragonborn, are they looking to invade? Like, would they try to seize power in the chaos?
That you don't know. All you know is what you've been told so far. The Embercrest Peaks shares a border with the Asgardians.
From what we know, I don't think they're after. I don't know. From what I feel like we can see, it's not conquest, but rather like just vengeance for their fallen ancestors. more than
And
anything.
rescue.
All right. Because, yeah, if they were nefarious and wanted to take advantage of the chaos, having 5 crystal dragons
Would be the way to do it. Yeah.
would be the way to do it.
But we can't just leave the dragons in here.
No.
If
We
they're
could
gonna
free
get
them.
they're gonna.
Yeah.
They did also say they wanted to keep it safe. They said they want to keep it safe,
Okay.
and that they have their own weapons.
If they come out, they gotta come out. I mean, does it look like that? Well, I guess we can't tell if there's any other exits or entrances. But if they come out the way we came, then they're just gonna be met with another crystal dragon. It's like, hey, we're trying to do the same as you guys, So
Yeah.
there's that.
Shall we approach
I think so.
Yeah.
with
Or
our
keep
hands in the
listening.
air, not on
Say,
weapons?
like hands up.
I'll stay as a spider in case they arrest you, and then I can rescue you.
Great.
I can go.
Wonderful. You can transport us 15 feet at a time. As we go.
I know Torvin has like full faith in Claire. He's like, okay, you do that.
We need a dimension door or something. All right, we will approach cautiously, hands in the air.
Speaking Draconic, I'll really quickly, like, as we walk in, kind of say, like, we're trying to free the dragons.
So you all kind of bank around the corner. Claire, are you still on the wall as a spider?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I start scurrying around and up and...
So as you all come around the corner, the four of you with Hermitha, hands in the air, Rala, you say in Draconic, we're here to free the dragons. We mean you no harm. The five of them just go, and they turn around, and now that you're around the corner, these 5 Dragonborn all have fairly unique and distinct looks to them. There's one that's almost a pinkish coloration hue of dragon skin, has this sort of mage robes on that's sleeveless. That's kind of a light lavender color with some golds kind of woven into the design. A dagger at their side, and these little pinkish crystals that kind of that are just floating around their head. The other two on the other 3, I should say, look like big honkin' knights of some kind. One has a major helmet on the top of his like reptilian head and goes along his snout and kind of covers the bulbous part of his head. That's right, I said bulbous again. Has a jagged long sword that's like the metal seems like it's cut and broken in some pieces, but you're not sure if it was on purpose to make it more serrated. And they have a massive metal shield that's also serrated around the sides. And they have, again, this sort of almost like the orc armor in Lord of the Rings. It's like rough, sharp, pointed. It looks like it was engineered for battle, but also like to get in close quarters and to do that much more damage if you were near it. One of them doesn't have a helmet on, but it's got heavy plate armor sort of all around and is carrying this mace on its side, where the chain and the handle is a darkened metal, but the head of it is like of a goldenish hue, and it's a skeleton, a skull of a dragon that's in pure metal, hanging on dragon on the ground. And another dragonborn, again with brass plate armor around the midriff, the chest, and on the knee pads, and a pauldron, a big sharp sort of dark armored pauldron on the side, and greaves along its arms. This guy has a short axe in one hand, and that's all. And their leader, supposedly, the one who's sort of standing above them all, the hair that I described earlier is white, sort of matted and dreaded with these sort of jewelry rings around them, and is light blue.
So are all of them pink except for that one?
The 3 of the more bigger knight-looking ones are dark red. The one with the dagger and the stones floating around their head is kind of a pinkish color. And then the one with the white hair with the darkened leather metalish armor is light blue. As you go around the corner and say, "We mean you no harm. We're here to feed the crystal dragons as well," they go. Just this guttural roar comes from all of them as they all just take an instant ready stance. This colored smoke coming from the nostrils and the mouths of each of them. And they're just looking at you. They're not moving at all.
What was the name of the big dragon again outside?
That name.
Kalistra?
Right?
Kalithra.
Lethra, okay. So keeping my hands up, I'll just kind of. We came here with a dragon. Her name is Kalithra. She's outside. She's waiting for us. She's waiting to see if her people can be freed. And Rala looks like a little bit more. That PTSD attack did something. She looks a little bit more pissed off. She's not having it.
You're here to free the dragons as well.
That's what we came here for.
How can we trust you? No one around these parts are how they say they are.
Do I still have the scale? Like, how did I use it to call her?
You cracked it and threw it on the ground, I believe.
Okay.
I think Torby has some.
I
Sorry,
don't know if that's a
metagaming.
good sign.
Yeah, I have one turned
Fair,
into
yeah.
a hand axe. Do we have the? Don't we have a crystal? Or something given to us by Kalithra?
I was gonna say it was given to us in goodwill to call on her.
To call on her, and then you
Yeah.
crushed it, and I think
Right.
you used it.
Okay.
Are we like within visible distance of the outside? If they turn around the corner, can they see outside? Like behind us?
Right.
Shadow of PS.
Yeah, so you're sort of deep in the cave right now. So they wouldn't be able to see like Kalithra from where you are right now.
How would we show him that we? What could we do?
You can try and convince them. Persuasion wise.
Not very good.
That they can trust us.
I don't even know if I have very good. Okay. Yeah. Well, she's pissed off, so
No.
she'll just kind of straighten her back, and we wouldn't have come here. I wouldn't have walked out here. I wouldn't be speaking to you. We came with a dragon. She's outside. If we were looking to do harm, it would have been done.
You would have tried.
I died twice today. I wouldn't have fallen to you.
Daniel.
There are many who meet the Obsidian Brotherhood and have said the very same thing. You are no different.
In like just kind of my regular tongue, I'm gonna turn to the rest and go, Obsidian. And like just kind of reiterate who they are. And I'll turn back to them and say the Astral Citadel is on fire. We just ran from a large issue, from a siege. We're here to make sure the dragons don't get wrapped up in that. Are you going to help us?
And make me a persuasion check.
Oh, fuck. I'm not very good at that.
Got it.
That's a 16. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna use my Draconic Intimidation. Because it's for Intimidation or Persuasion.
Holy.
Okay.
I'll use Draconic Presence to do that.
Okay.
For my Draconic Presence, I'm just gonna pull my wings out.
So are you using intimidation or persuasion?
Persuasion, because it's for either.
Okay.
The Astral Citadel falls.
Falls is a word. It's on fire. Its people are fighting.
So it has come to pass.
I'm just gonna
And
kind of like slowly take my hands down and just, we could help each other here.
The leader looks at you all. And then lock eyes with Torben. His eyes drift from his beard, down his shoulder, to his maul.
Mm-hmm. You tuck that behind your back.
Where did you get that?
Defending Asgard.
From what?
A blue dragon that had my friend in its mouth.
Make me a persuasion check.
Who?
Torben.
Okay, this isn't too bad. Let's see what happens. What is that number? Okay, 12. And I have no superiority dice left. Whoa.
You should have let whoever it was be its meal and nourish itself, rather than extinguish such an exquisite creature.
It's still alive. I just knocked its tooth out. And then it flew away.
You did not keep it for sport.
No, I was defending my friend. As soon as it released and flew away, I did not pursue it. We defend the borders of Asgard. We don't go out seeking fights with dragons.
They're very much on edge. They're looking at all of you. They don't know who to trust. Things have been shaping into other things this whole time. As far as a skill check goes, you passed the last one. You passed the first one. You failed the second one.
Times are strange in these lands. No one has cared about the Empress Dominion. Why do you?
We care about the balance of Valstibel, the people of this land being safe and secure. And we include those people, these dragons. We helped save one before. We're here to do it again.
Make another persuasion check.
I like turn back to them and like kind of just vaguely explain like something is wrong with this place and the dragons. We're trying to figure out what is happening here.
11.
Can I help?
So you're pitching something is wrong here, and we're trying to set things back.
Yeah, like just kind of like loosely. Not, I don't want to explain that we know the Astral Citadel is like doing things to dragons, but like kind of explaining we saw something happen. Like the dragon we found was unwell, and was being influenced by some kind of far realm creature. So just kind of telling it that there's an infection, and we want to make sure that the dragons are safe as well as the people.
All right, roll me a persuasion check as well.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
That's a 17.
Luna's doing exactly what I'm doing right now, and I'm just like at the ready, but like wanting to say something, but just trying to hope that y'all's attempts here go well. Because I don't even know what to say, man.
If what you say is true, if you are indeed looking out for the betterment of our people, this we can get behind.
That's all I do.
But I still don't trust you. We can't trust anyone around these borders. Nobody is how they say they are, and words can only go so far. If you want the trust of the Obsidian Brotherhood, there is only one way to do so. By combat.
Can I take
One of yours versus one of ours. In the glory of battle, we will learn everything we need to know about you. And if you truly are an ally to the Emperor Christ, you will know that we will not end your life. Or was that trust all in jest?
Not to the death, just fist to fist.
Or unconscious.
Can we take a part of this cave tonight, have a small respite, and do this battle in the morning? Can we trust each other to not stab each other in the back in the dark?
Do they look worse for wear?
A little.
Bought those mimics, yeah.
The blue dragonborn just looks at you, takes her elongated axe, starts walking towards you, their tail flanks side to side in the gravel and the rock. Sticks it right into the stone nearby. Puts out a hand as their blue, slender fingers extend out to yours.
Trust is earned, and you will have the chance to earn yours. We rest tonight. Tomorrow, we'll see how deep your words go.
And they step back with the rest of their party.
I'll read right back in like English, in like normal speak. We get a break. We get a nap. Let's go rest.
Oh, good. Takes a big sigh of relief for but a moment.
Okay.
Can
Clara?
Hey guys! Whoa!
While that was happening, Can I have Spider climbed over to one of the locks and tried to get a sense, investigate what might be like holding it, what the source of the magic might be?
They said some kind of magic.
So you want to be... Okay. Make me an Arcana check.
Natural 20. For a total of 24.
Let's go.
It seems to be held together by some kind of arcane lock. And they have a spellcaster with them. They're just trying to figure out what's the secret to getting this thing figured out. All of the bolts are kind of stuck into metal cylinders of the other prisons, and there's one that has some sort of key opening that seems to be enchanted, that kind of reacts to all the others.
This is not familiar to me in any way.
I mean, you're familiar with the kind of magic that it takes to create an arcane lock.
Right, but this specific grouping or sequence that might be needed.
Yeah, this was specially made for it.
Okay. Clara was hoping, just so you guys know, that she could get in and, like, unlock one of them and then be like, see, this is why you can trust us. Ta-da! But I don't have Dispel Magic or anything like
Does Hermitha?
that. I don't think so. No. Not prepared.
You could let her know to prepare it tonight.
I mean, I think I can also prepare it tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's all I wanted to do.
How long does Wild Shape last?
4 hours.
So you're gonna poof out in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is telepathically. I don't know if an unexpected bird surprise in the middle of the night would help our trust issues. So maybe you should make your way back to the dragon. Or just
You mean
around the
just-
corner. Yeah.
Okay, I just gonna pop out here.
Okay.
Goes back. And you hear that in your head as she's walking.
All right, so you make your way back to the Crystal Dragon, where King Darian is, and they're still kind of wrapped around him, that sort of translucent mirror form, crystal form still taking hold. In the subterranean, as the light's kind of getting low outside, as sun is starting to set. As this momentary peaceful arrangement has been delegated, the Obsidian Brotherhood allows you respite in the cave to test the strength of the trust you have put forth.
Just to be clear, Clara would have walked out, poofed into her regular self, and then come back and been, hey guys, what'd you find? I've been waiting out there all this time. And like that would have been her introduction before we go to bed. So they're not like, there's a random new person in the morning.
So, as the four of you have sat down and started to make your bed for the night, Clara comes around. Hey, you guys, no, I was just out the other door, and they all go, "Pfft, you lie! And we are going to end the stream.
No! Clara! No way.
That's the end of the stream, everybody!
No
Thank
way.
you so much for showing up!
You wanted to do that so bad. You wanted that.
Naughty bird!
I taught Tweety Bird.
Torby told me to do it.
I told you to go I didn't tell you to come back. Now we're all gonna die.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
Yeah, I've got like half my hit points and no maneuvers, and
Oh, one of us is dying. This is like.
To be fair, Anna and Clara also didn't want that to happen, but fully Clara would have understood, oh, maybe you should go and come back. Yeah, she wouldn't. She just wouldn't have gotten it.
Well, we'll see how this wraps up. Next session, you do have some options. Still, you've got an adult fucking crystal dragon outside.
That's true.
With
Here.
you. And you've got a very hurt King Varian also with you.
Like, how attached are we to this guy? Can we sell him?
You know, I wasn't gonna suggest it.
Rolla died twice today. She doesn't want to die again. Fuck.
No. There could
Kevin
be
really wants to
bargaining
kill us.
chips. But
yeah,
Well,
there's
there's gonna be a lot of yelling. Even if it's not bargaining, she's gonna try. She'll yell through beating people.
Dude, the Rala dialogue between the dragons was crazy.
She's
That was
tired.
Crazy. Dude, it's-
Her filter is wearing off.
I love it.
She doesn't talk because she's committed atrocities, and then she saw all the atrocities. She was like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck you. Fuck you.
it was
Dude,
good.
it's
Those checks
so
were
good.
like one fail, one success,
Ugh.
and then another fail. But you had earned their respect a little bit, so they have their ways, and they're like, if you're truly who you say you are, you'll trust us.
We are who we say we are, except for the spider bird. Where?
All right. Well, we'll pick this up next week, everybody. Have a good rest of your week. You got to come back to see how this all wraps up. Same bad time, same bad channel. Goodbye.
Did she wait the 4 hours? Like, did she come back 4 hours later? Rala literally went like, oh, finally. Fuck! Prometheus is gonna be so mad.
She's probably looking the best out of all of us.
No, definitely Clara is. I have 75 hit points.
Oh,
Her,
good. That's why
like-
she's just skipping in.
La 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 la. King Varian! You have a mace for me or like what? We've come to seek counsel with you.
Rise up,